You can't catch my drift, can't catch my wave. Damn, Kane, you done killed Abel. Unbalanced land, trying to keep the people stable. The way I feel, I might it all up. The way you feel, you might do it for the buck. All black, born to be a rebel. After this, I might go and water down the devil. Listen to everything around me, I can't see. You picked a dozen roses and left them in Galilee rolling thunder. Don't hear my cry, don't let alibis pass you by. Finally starting to realize, never give up and coincide. Can't watch TV, it's all a lot. Tired of trying, go ahead and fly. Everybody want a straight answer, but media keep us blind. A good heart is not hard to find. Why the people try to define infrastructure right? I don't got time, infrastructure right, I don't got time. I could it's all to we're talking about you brought to protecting the sons and daughters from political and slaughter. Someone put me out cause I'm on fire. I can't give a about what they say. They've been searching for that thing to get them higher. You can't catch my drift, can't catch my wave. Never play by the rules, guess I'm paying my dues. They gon' try to intrude, poison the multitude. They be quick to accuse, when you got different views. Just know you gon' pay the price, based off the item you choose. Many times in the culture, hit you with them K Ultra. I knew you was a vulture, Holy Ghost get the ushers. No, I can't trust you. Shock you, then now you fluster. Crashing down, I was cluttered. Doing this so subtle, falling out through the rubble. Remember this in jungle, the top I was gonna get something. The middle gotta stay hunting. Why the rush left for nothing? 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 Agitated illusion, only been for confusion. The institution, modern day execution. Think I know the solution, maybe not shit I do. Put me out cause I'm on fire. I can't give up.
Let me explain what I did. Can I kick it? Hold on. Yeah, I got some rings and a range. Can I kick it? Yeah. Don't ask me a thing. How I got her, how I did it. Yeah. Spend the whole half, had a blast. Can I kick it?
It is a sound like no other when they raise that 12th man flag here in Seattle. We just heard it, and that means it's time for football at CenturyLink Field. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Minnesota Vikings and the Seattle Seahawks. And no run back here, so they'll bring it out to the 25. First carry for DeAndre Swift. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. 5 yards on the game's first play, second down.
Brandon, 5 yards on that run. Let's get back to the huddle and make sure if you're a back, you spend time with your offensive line and give them credit. Hard to move those 300-plus pounders at the line of scrimmage, and they did for a significant chunk of yardage.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. A first carry now for Thompson. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. Give them 14 on that one and a first down.
On the tackle.
Well, one unit I know you want to watch is that offensive line. If they keep clearing holes like that, it could be a long night defensively.
No doubt about it, because when they are in sync, as we're seeing so far, when that continuity is there and you can see that they're playing off of each other while controlling the defensive front linebackers, you're exactly right. It could be a very long night for the defense because someone's going to run for some big yardage.
On 1st and 10, it's Swift. And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings.
Ball carrier.
DeAndre Swift, his second touchdown on the season. And the Vikings have taken a first-quarter lead.
Earlier in the week when they had their scouting report meeting, this was the explosiveness that they talked about trying to contain. They were concerned about it all week, yet he still did it to them. Wonder how that's going to carry over the rest of the game.
Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line.
At their own 23-yard line.
A first carry for the former Falcon, Tevin Coleman. And this will go as a gain of 7 as he gets it to the 30-yard line.
The ball carrier.
Now, you often say that sort of opens the playbook now, 2nd and short. What do you think, early shot here?
I like where you're going. Obviously, we've been together for a while because you know me. I want to take that shot early and loosen things up.
Take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down. The way he went into that contact as a rookie QB, you just kind of hold your breath. Maybe slide there?
Probably a very good idea. Not probably. Definitely a very good idea. And I go back to something someone told me a long time ago. In college, yeah, those guys are going to hit you, but they're just playing for a scholarship. These guys in the NFL, they're hitting you for jobs. That's a whole different hit.
At the 45-yard line.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Hurts. Here's Carson with a catch out of the backfield. And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 47. They wind up losing a couple there, so they go behind the original line of scrimmage, and now 3rd and 11 coming up. And that's caught by Smith. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. That one good for 24 yards.
That's a play that will likely be forgotten when you talk about big moments in this game. But plays like this are critical to keep drives going. And if points result, we'll call this play significant.
And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
No gain on.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
Second down, here's Jalen Hurts. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Moss. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. Rookie to rookie on the hook up there, and it's a first down. Pretty solid start for the rookie here on this first drive, Charles.
Able to have some confidence, stepping back into the pocket, move around a little bit, find open receivers, and deliver. That just means his confidence is going to continue to grow because he's getting more and more comfortable with each completed pass.
It'll be a 3-yard pickup, and it brings up 2nd and goal. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that.
And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. Jerry Jeudy, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Seahawks are now just an extra point away from moving out in front. And his kick is right through.
Makes the score Seahawks 7, Vikings 6.
Now after the touchdown, it's Bosher to kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. First play of the drive is a run with Thompson. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32.
Adoree Jackson.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. First carry now for Keyshawn Vaughn. And he'll get this only up to about the 35.
Keyshawn Vaughn, the ball carrier.
Pretty good job defensively. Thought he was going to get it, but they knew where that marker was, and they stopped him just short of it.
What it does is emphasize that strategic football and situational football is not just played on the offensive side, is it? Defense understanding, as you noted, where the first down marker was and making sure they didn't get there.
And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up.
And this is what you want to see from a defense. Give up an opening drive touchdown, that's fine. But how about them going back out there, recommitting themselves to the task at hand, and forcing a 3 and out and giving the ball back to their offense.
So a good punt, but a solid 12-yard return. And it'll be Seahawk football, 1st and 10. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And that last drive was very, very balanced, pretty methodical. You think they go that route again?
I'm always of the school that until they stop me from doing something, I'm willing to continue. And I think that that's exactly what they'll look to do. But the beauty is the balance that they've created sets up opportunities for big plays. Looks like a run, turn it into a play action, and throw one deep.
2nd and 10 now from the 27. From the gun, it's a handoff to Coleman. And not much, maybe a yard up to the 29.
Coleman, the ball carrier.
After one, a 1-point game, 7-6.
That's the end of the first quarter with the score Seahawks 7, Vikings 6.
An extra defender in the secondary for the Vikings here on 3rd down. Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts. This is Coleman with the ground. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. It's a gain of 15, 1st down Seahawks.
1st and 10.
So many times in my career, I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. But as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
He's checking.
On 1st down, Carson. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or 2 shy of the 40. Back-to-back nice gains, that one for 14 yards and another first. From Viking territory now, they'll come up 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. Throwing is Hurts. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
Well, so much for getting separation. No chance there. Locked down tight, forcing the incompletion on that attempt.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. A good move on the carry, but still brought down just inside the 40. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a third down.
Well, if you're going to run the read option, typically, you've got to keep an eye on the defensive end.
And what does that mean? What are you looking for with a defensive end?
Well, you want to play off of what he does. If he collapses inside towards the running back, then you pull it and take it yourself outside in. If he stays outside, you go ahead and leave it with the running back. In this case, pulled it and got good yardage himself.
Switch up, switch up.
From the gun, it's Hurts. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Devondre Campbell, the linebacker, picks it. And the return will be stopped at the 34-yard line. CD, I know it's just his second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, second year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
No gain on the play. It'll be second down.
2nd and 10.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Tua going to throw, and that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
Incomplete.
They had the incomplete pass on 2nd down. Now they need a big play here. 3rd and 10.
Yards to go.
From the gun, it's Tua. Tua hit, and the ball is out. And the Seahawks have recovered. Every week we hear talk about create turnovers. In particular, they wanted to force some fumbles. They got one right there.
And it shows you how the game has changed over time. It used to be good enough for a guy to get a sack of a quarterback in the pocket. Now, if you come to the sidelines and you didn't knock the ball free, your coaches are upset with you. All right, so if you're a quarterback, it starts all the way back in the youth leagues. Take care of the ball, take care of the ball, take care of the ball, because here come the defenders.
That one good for 14 and a Seahawk first.
For a Seahawk.
How about a guy proving his worth in different ways? Had the big play in the run game to play before. This time, they go right back to him in the passing game, and he comes through with yet another big play. That's why you work out so hard in the offseason, so you can stay on the field and accumulate big plays.
Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
And 11 at the 13-yard line.
They go play action with Hurts. And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. Jerry Jeudy. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Seahawks find a way to stretch their lead. And he'll bang that one through.
Makes the score Seahawks 14, Vikings 6.
Now after the touchdown, it's Bosher to kick it away. Steven Sims now on the return. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27.
Sims on the return. The Vikings take over 1st and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And last time, not only the turnover, but that turned into 6 points. They got to make up for that here.
We always hear about empty possessions, but some are worse than others. You can have an empty possession, punt the ball away, get yourself set to play defense, but when you turn it over, it changes momentum, and when they take it downfield and punch it in on you, that's a bad possession all the way around.
Yeah, but you're hungry to get back out there, aren't you?
You better be, because otherwise, it's going to be a long day for you.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Coming up in a couple of minutes, we'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. The coach will have stats and scores from earlier today in the NFL. Now left side on the swing pass. And they'll wind up getting this to the 37. Gain of 9.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass, looked like it was coming together, looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
The last catch nearly got him a first, but it did not, and they'll try to convert on 3rd and inches. Tagovailoa working out of the gun. Pressure comes. He's taken down by the Seahawk defense. So they dial up the blitz on 3rd and inches. It pays off.
And frankly, they were probably dialing up a run blitz, expecting him to run it in that situation. But instead, they end up back at the quarterback and put him on the ground.
Here's Jackson. 13 yards the tally on the return there. And out will come the offense as they take over.
At their own 16-yard line.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And still plenty of time remaining here in the half, more than a minute. And we'll see if they just want to protect that lead or try to add on to it.
Well, with as much time as is left on the clock, I would imagine it would be the latter. I think they're going to try and add on to it. So what they're going to tell the team is very simply, if you can get out of bounds after making a play downfield, terrific. If you can't, everyone hustles.
Oh, and Hurts is going to be hit and taken down to the ground. Now the Seahawks call the second of their 3 timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. So now 20 yards to go on 2nd down after the sack. Work to be done. Hurts sets up to throw it. He's going to fire one deep. He's got a man. Complete. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. A gain of 39 that time.
1st and 10 at the 43-yard line.
Second and 10.
They're running it. Slant. He's crashing. He's checking crash. Back to 60. Back to 60.
Here's Hurts to throw. Open man. He completes it to Judy. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. 16 yards, a first down.
1st and 10.
Talk about a big first half. Already has the 2 touchdowns, adding to his receiving total there, picking up the first down.
He's coming off the line so fast. I think he's intimidating the defensive backs with his explosiveness, and he's chipping away at their confidence.
On 1st and 10, it's Hurts. Going to throw deep for the end zone. And incomplete. He dropped it in the end zone.
I think that was good strategy there, trying to go right back to him after the last completion. But this time, the defense was all over him, and they got there to break that one up.
Second and 10 now from the 27.
I can't believe they even let you play. Kill. 19, Tiger. Cut 19.
Again, he targets Judy, and this time the catch made. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. It's a first down on a gain of 10. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10.
Check 50.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. Jonnu Smith as the first half is winding down. And the Seahawks are able to stretch that lead out a bit further.
The kick is good.
That score that they just gave up there, that's a tough one for their defense to swallow because they've had a tough time through the first 2 quarters. They really were determined to get a stop there, unable to do so. That makes their comeback hopes that much more difficult.
Matt Bosher is set to kick off.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
Take over first and 10. At their own.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Time here for likely one play, then off to the locker room, and they're going to have some adjustments to make.
They certainly will, and I think a lot of people are thinking to themselves, all right, take the knee, get out of here, regroup. But how will the head coach and his staff approach halftime? Will it be angry? Will it be clinical? Will they be calm? Will they just let it all out? Who knows? I'd love to be a fly on the wall for this one, though.
The Seahawks with the advantage, and they get the football first as the second half is underway. On the return, it's Ted Ginn Jr. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
It's a run by Coleman to start the third quarter. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they can actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. Now this one to his tight end out on the right side. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 19 yards the pickup there. Move the chains.
First and 10 at the 47-yard line.
He'll get 8 on the keeper there. It'll be 2nd and a couple. A little do-it-yourself run right there and a nice game.
And I like that he knew that that was about all he was going to get. So he did a nice job of protecting himself, took care of the football, took what the defense gave him. If they continue to allow him to do that, they'll find their way taking what they can all the way to the end zone.
It's a first down on a gain of 10.
Good game by Chris Carson. Picks up a first down, and you just have to love his running style. Talk about a straight-ahead guy, no-nonsense type of a runner. He's averaged 82 yards a game.
Pressure coming from the Vikings, and they get there and bring him down. It's Shaq Lawson who worked his way in there to get him down.
Yeah, we talk about players blitzing all the time. I often laugh and sometimes call it just straight-ahead pursuit. What a running start right back to the backfield for him.
Yeah, it really didn't give anybody a chance to get up there and stop him.
No, I mean, that's really, really difficult. You're asking a whole lot anyway, but when he gets that kind of a start and comes through clean, oftentimes the advantage definitely goes to the defensive player.
Yeah, he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30. It'll be a pickup of 15 as that'll lead to third down. On third down, he'll drop to throw. Got a man, it's Judy, complete. And he'll be touchdown here, but not before he does pick up the first. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down. They'll throw on first down with Hurts. It's caught by Coleman. And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. Tevin Coleman, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Seahawks add on to their lead. And this one through the uprights and good.
Makes the score Seahawks 28, Vikings 6. Matt Bosher is set to kick off.
Now after the touchdown, it's Bosher to kick it away. bounces out of the back of the end zone, so we'll start the drive at the 25 on the touchback. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And their halftime hole now even deeper, and they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
On second down, Swift. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force the incompletion on first down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on second.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going into the quarterback in the expected passing situation.
Throwing is Tagovailoa on third down here. Looking for Jones, and it's intercepted. It's Devin Bush, the linebacker, who picks it. And he'll take this back down inside the 20. That time defensively looked like they showed quite a bit of pressure but backed off, and it proved fruitful. They get the pick.
He went through all of his rules about getting rid of the ball quickly because he read blitz. He saw all those people stacked at the line of scrimmage, and then they fooled him by dropping into coverage. Now he's ready to get rid of the ball fast, but guess what? Too many defenders out there. Exactly as you described, an interception.
Now they've got 3 tight ends here on first and goal to add some extra mass. And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. Chris Carson, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Seahawks capitalize on the short field as they take it in for 6.
The extra point.
And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead.
Seahawks 35, Vikings 6.
Now after the touchdown, it's Bosher to kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 36. And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line.
First and 10 at the 36-yard line.
Coming out with a jumbo package to start the drive. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. The Vikings after him, and they get there for the sack. Devondre Campbell flies in to blow that play up.
45-yard
I think normally we would talk about this more with basketball players and football players, but let's adopt it in this case. He's a stat sheet stuffer.
Had the interception earlier, now a sack. What, he just needs a touchdown for the trifecta.
That's about all he needs, and he's going to go for it.
Second down, here's Hurts. This one complete to Coleman. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. That one good for 20 on the catch and run.
And if anyone thinks they're just going to tuck their horns in and pull back off the throttle a little bit, you can forget it. Even with this big third-quarter lead, I think this team's going to continue to take their shots downfield, and there's another completion.
Mike is 59. Mike is 59. It's a run.
On first down, Hurts. He's going to go up top for the end zone. Back of the end zone. Could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete. Johnson the intended target, but it'll be second down. We sit in quarter number 3 out in Seattle. A 2nd and 10 now. They'll try the left side. It's Carson. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
By Jalen Johnson. That's a gain of 7. Brings up 3rd and 3.
1 quarter remains here on a Sunday night. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. The Seahawks on 3rd down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. This time it's 3rd and 3. And that will be incomplete.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
6-yard attempt.
This is up and good from Pinheiro. And they're sitting pretty now as the lead grows even further. So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the 4th.
And you know, in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
The Vikings take over 1st and 10.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And they unfortunately are staring at a mini losing streak developing, trailing here in the 4th quarter. This would be their 3rd straight defeat. No gain there on the completion, 2nd and 10.
Doyle.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or 2 miss, but that... Oh, and Tua going to be intercepted for the 3rd time. Picked off by Avonte Maddox, and his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
Take over 1st and 10 at the 34.
They'll run here with Coleman out of the gun. And a nice move will yield nothing as he's stopped behind the line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the 4th quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there. Now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow them down.
He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. That was the safety, Taylor Rapp, right there on the coverage.
When you look at the scoreboard, you'd think they'd be pretty comfortable right now with this lead, but these guys are absolutely not going to let up. They want to increase their lead, and they want to do it with a big play. Unable to connect in that attempt.
Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Rasul Douglas picks it. And he is all the way up past the 25. 3rd and long that time. He was trying to make something happen, but a little too risky.
Well, the field tilted on him, and what I mean by that is what you said. 3rd and long, got to push it downfield to try and pick up the 1st down. Defensive backs live for this situation, and they took advantage of the young man right there.
Looking downfield for Jones. And he couldn't hang on. Would have been their 4th pick of the game. Instead, 2nd down.
Incomplete.
2nd and 10 now from the 27.
And 10.
Here's Tagovailoa to throw. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked up by the USC man, Adoree Jackson. And he's going to score. It's a Seahawk touchdown. That's the story of the game. They've been suffocating all game long on defense. They were suffocating there again in a big way.
And they've done it not just by out-athleting them, which is often the case, but by being able to adjust to anything they tried to throw at them and beating them to the punch each and every time. This was a defense that was well prepared.
Here's Sims to return. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
Sims on the return. The Vikings take over 1st and 10. At their
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And you can sort of sense their dejection. That last pick 6 put the icing on the cake, so to speak, in what has been a rough go for them. He was looking for Jack Doyle, the Pro Bowl tight end. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 10.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Looking to pass. Tua. He'll air this one out deep for Sims. And my goodness, another interception. Derwin James with a pick. And he will take this across midfield and down to the 48-yard line. And you have to wonder, Charles, a game like this, 5 interceptions, what does this do to the psyche of a young quarterback?
But based on the fact that he's still out there and he threw a 5th interception, I'm wondering if his head coach believes that he's really strong mentally and wants him to play through it. Because otherwise, you need to get him out and fight another day, because this could leave lasting damage if he keeps throwing interceptions.
7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
Second and 3.
Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. And he's going to be stopped just short of the first down marker at the Vikings 32. 9 yards the pickup there, and it's a first down.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football. In that situation, that's almost a tendency breaker.
Jumping. Panther 60, Panther 60, Champ 60, Champ 60.
Hurts. That's going to be caught by Judy. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. It's a gain of 15, first down Seahawks. And he's certainly been a huge factor in this when he's got the 2 touchdowns to his credit. Now they look to him again. He picks up the first.
Yeah, I can hear everyone saying, well, why don't you cover him, double him, triple him, do what you have to do. But sometimes they get locked into such a groove and such a connection, it doesn't matter how many guys are in his area.
He certainly looks to be in that groove right now. Give him 9 there on the first down completion. Coming up on the final 2.5 minutes. And boy, has it been fun to watch this offense operate. Quite the display, and now they look to polish it off. And this will be caught. And the carnage continues. It's another touchdown.
Touchdown!
He has really settled in throwing the football, and that touchdown here in the fourth quarter gives him a pretty comfortable cushion.
He may be a rookie, but he's playing like fourth quarter, and the QB is easy. How about this guy? Youngster, not worried about anything, just cutting it loose and having fun.
Bosher set to kick off.
Now after the touchdown, it's Bosher to kick it away. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And he'll be dropped at the 21-yard line. So bringing it out of the end zone proves not a good decision. Loses him about 4 yards.
21-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is what...
And now here is another interception. Derwin James with a pick. Well, partner, I got to tell you, I'm trying to think of something positive to say for this offense, but I'd have to be a spin doctor for that one. This has been a tough performance to watch.
And I think it's hard at this point to actually identify what's really gone wrong. I guess the catch-all is everything. Doesn't sound like real sharp analysis, but I don't have much else for you.
And the scoreboard just lopsided, and it's been ugly from the get-go.
2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Seahawk football as we march toward a conclusion. They've got a 2nd down now as they look to salt this one away. Here's 2nd and 8. That is caught at the 7-yard line. And here he'll get it down to the 7. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd and 1.
They'll look to throw for it on 3rd and 1. Hard throw, incomplete. They don't get the hook up there, but you really have to marvel at how precise he's been throwing the football these last couple weeks.
Oh, that's the perfect word for it, precise. Because if you're at 70% or better 2 weeks in a row, you have a job as long as you want one in this league, won't you? I mean, let's face it, it's not just West Coast offense either. He's putting the ball downfield as well.
They'll run it with Coleman. And he has the first down before he's tackled at the 5. So the decision to go for it turns out to be a good one. They get a couple of yards, and as a result, the drive keeps moving. It's now 1st and goal. That one looks like he'll throw here. Flushed out right. This will be caught at about the 5. And he maybe makes it back to the line of scrimmage. That's it. A lot of work to get away and outside of the pocket, but no actual yardage there on the catch. It's second down. The line of scrimmage, once again, the 5 as they get ready for second and goal. And give them another 6. It's caught for a touchdown, and the blowout continues. So another score there, and often you talk about the 3 phases of the game. Defense, offense, special teams. It's been a clean sweep in this one, hasn't it?
It certainly has. They've been pretty dominant throughout this game. And privately, the head coach will add a 4th phase. That's the coaching. And he'll tell the ownership that as he tries to negotiate a new contract off of this win.
They are looking strong here in the 4th quarter. Here's Sims to return. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21.
The Vikings take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take it? And my goodness, another interception. Picked off near the 34. Yet another mistake after the interception there. And gosh, you look up at the scoreboard, they just got to be thinking this one cannot get over fast enough.
It certainly can't. And also what happens when you get this big of a deficit, you're supposed to make all the right throws.
And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals.
Seahawks.
We saw so much of this last year at the college level, but there you go. His NFL quarterback.
And with the speed he has, we certainly know it won't be his last, because that's something that aided him very well, as you mentioned, at the college level. It's something he's going to carry over, and they'll make it a big part of their offense.
And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24.
Sims on the return. The Vikings take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They are just obviously getting shellacked here in this one, Charles. What's the message if you're a coach for this final drive in a lopsided game like this?
For a lot of coaches,
be honest,
don't forget today. Don't forget what has happened out here.
Use that as ammo going
Exactly.
forward.
Take a great look at that scoreboard. Realize how poorly everything went for us today. Coaching, playing, the whole deal. And never forget it, because
you're not going to want that feeling.
No, you don't want.
And now here is another interception. Derwin James with a pick.
Derwin James. The second down pass intercepted. The Seahawks take over 1st and 10 at the 29-yard line.
Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts. He's going to let it go deep for the end zone. Back in the end zone, could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete. That time he was looking for Jerry Jeudy. That'll bring up second down.
2nd down and 10.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 29. Now a give, right side. Carson. And he'll be taken down here, and that is how this one is going to come to an end.
Score Seahawks 60.
Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feel like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for the Seahawks, they move back over 500 at 3-2 now on the year. And they'll be able to enjoy this one through the bye.
Kick it and go. Kick it and go. With a stiff arm, spin move,